Well, that was a big embarrassment. Well, I wouldn't say an embarrassment from the Leafs' perspective. I mean, it was a good game, but I'm not here to not making things. I'm not gonna say that this was a good game. It was a good game, but unfortunately, they just couldn't capitalize it. Mitch Marner hits the new record of 19, gets 19 points. His streak continues, and the Leafs still lose and get the one stupid point that and lose in overtime. They lose 4-3 in overtime to, yeah, you guessed it, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Not only in the battle in blue and white, they start off that battle on a low note, and they still couldn't beat Tampa Bay. They still couldn't beat Andrea Vasilevsky. Are you kidding me? And not to mention, with that, they were now, oh yeah, 15-5-6 of the season. Pretty much sums up this game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, it's just ridiculous that this team, well, just sucked. Well, we know what happened. We know what was going on. It was not that good. I mean, it was good in the first. Nothing good happened, and it just sucked. Let's just get through this game, and I just want to get this out of the way. So when I do this, I'll just do it right here. First period was just, hey, you had some chances. Hold on, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We had some chances in the first period, and unfortunately, nothing was going right for both the Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning. First off, Tampa Bay. Well, of course, first off, you couldn't put the puck in Tampa's net, and boom, nothing good ever happened. Of course, the Leafs get a penalty. Mac Hollowell gets called on a penalty on a hold at 3:52, and Tampa goes on the power play. Nope, the Leafs kill off that penalty, so on to a very good start. Okay, and of course at 10:30, let alone Ian Cole gets a 2 minute 2 minute cross checking penalty at 10:30, and nothing happened for the Leafs. We get a power play, we just couldn't capitalize it. But then Brandon Hagel gets called again. Hagel gets called on a cross check at 14:58, and there's nothing. We couldn't capitalize it. We had our chances, and nothing happened. Of course, Holmberg gets called on a tripping at the last minute of the game, on the dying seconds of the game at 19:05, and the Leafs, however, managed to kill off that penalty, and boom, we just couldn't capitalize it. And just like that, it is now, you mistaken, this should have been a 1-0 Leafs lead, let alone a 1-0 Lightning lead. Yeah, not really. It is at this point, a 0-0 game. Shots on goal, 12-11. So you're outscoring them by 1. Shots on goal wise, really? Not that. Okay, let's see what we can do in the second period. And in the second period, all right, things are going pretty well. I mean, we know what happened. We know Ian Cole gets called on interference. Nothing could happen. And then Wayne Simmons gets called on a interference call, and that wasn't good. But then, in the nick of time, Mitch Marner, of course, turns the puck over. He couldn't capitalize it. But then, however, David Kemp goes around the back of the net, and then Mitch Marner puts it in the back of the net for the Leafs, as the Leafs get the one goal, and they're up 1-0, assisted by David Kemp at 5:18 on a shorthanded goal, and you're up 1-0. Pretty good, right? That was until 7:40 when Namas, I don't know how to say his full freaking name. Let me just search this guy's name real quick. I mean, Jesus Christ, this is so. Hang on, I think I know the player's name. Let me just go to the. Hang on. Vladisar Namstifoy. I don't know how to say his name, but we'll call him Vlad. Vlad scores. Vlad scores on his first goal of the season, assisted by Anthony Cirelli and Eric Cernak at 7:40. And that game is tied at 1. But then, of course, Lightning go on. Oh boy, they take the 2-1 lead, and just like that, it is now 2-1 Lightning. Hold on a second. The Leafs challenged the play, and there you go. It is no goal. It was offside, so okay, that's pretty good. I swear, if we lost, if it was 2-1, I would have freaked the hell out. And that wouldn't be fun, would it? But then, at 16:50, of course, you're getting momentum back, and William Nylander scores his 14th goal of the season, assisted by Michael Bunting and Austin Matthews at 16:50, with 4 minutes left to go in the second period, and you're up 2-1. Right now it's a tie game. Now it's a 1-1 Leafs lead, and you're up 2-1. Shots on goal in 19-11. So thus it is at this point. I'm assuming it was 31-22. So you're outscoring the Lightning by that. Third period, not that good. Third period was a nightmare. Kucherov. Oh yeah, that's where the problem was. On Kucherov. Oh boy, here we go again. I mean, this is where things hurt because we're not even starting we didn't start the third period off, and Mitch Marner gets called on a tripping at 4 seconds. We're like, great, what a way to start the third period on a freaking trip. Oh, and yeah, it is okay. Kucherov scores, puts it in the back of the net. It's 11th goal of the season. You could save that, Matt Murray, but you didn't. So Kucherov scores his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Steven Stamkos and the former Hab. Oh, goddamn. Corey Perry at 1:51, and thus that 2-1 lead has been snapped away to make it a 1-2 game. And then, of course, not long after that, hang on, Timothy Liljegren gets called on interference. He freaking crashed into the boards, and the player just... Oh my god, that was a terrible call. And of course, you're back on the penalty kill, and boom, there you go. There you freaking go. Ross Colton gets called. Oh my god. He gets his 6th goal of the season, assisted by Corey Perry. And Sergeyov at 4:34, his 6th goal of the season. And just like that, your 2-1 lead has been dismantled and taken away. And now it's a 3-2 Lightning lead. Not where you want to be at this point. But then, however, thank God for that, because Mikhail Sergachev gets called on, I'm assuming... God, can I just bring up my... Goddamn. Because Sergachev gets called on a high stick. Okay, let's make some ground up. There you go. You get the power play. Mitch Marner continues his point streak. He gets his 10th goal, unassisted goal. 10th goal of the season, unassisted, on the power play at 11:55, and you're tied 3-3. All right, but okay, at this point this should have been a good goal because John Tavares scores. I mean, okay, to make it a 4-3 game. But hold on, they review it and no goal. Kicking motion. That is not a good call by any means. Did he kick it? It wasn't intentional. So why you call that a kicking motion? I'll never know. It was a terrible call from one point of view. Look at it. Look. Do you see this? It's terrible. Like a kicking motion on Tavares, and you should have been up 4-3 to end the game, but no, you didn't. You get out. You just get no called by the refs, and the referees, of course, were a complete joke. If you think Game 4, 6, and 7 of the Leafs Lightning series wasn't bad enough, you ain't seen crap yet. And of course, you're tied 3-3. Shots on goal 10-8 by Tampa Bay. All right, that is not good. That is now 39-32. That is not good, but you're still managing through. And of course, let's go into overtime, where, of course, this is where shit goes badly for the Leafs because, oh man, the Leafs get the puck, and of course try to shoot, and they turn over the puck. Alex Curl scores his 8th goal of the season at 33 seconds by Anthony Cirelli, and that's the end of the game. Really? I could be mad all and shit, but no. It was a tough game, don't get me wrong, but this should have been a must-win for the Leafs, and instead it was terrible. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad game like Game 6 and 7 of the Leafs Lightning series, but this was just absolutely awful. A terrible game to end like this. We got the 1 point, but 1 point is not enough. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick and tired of getting 1 freaking point. Why can't we just get 2? Like, why can't we just get 2? That's the big problem. Shots go in the end 39-33, and you still lost the damn game. Completing all challenges. That's not fun at all. Let's go through the team stats real quick. Face-off percentage. You won the face-offs for the Leafs 61% from face-offs, while the Tampa Bay Lightning won only by 39%. Power plays, okay, the Lightning were 2 for 6 on the power play. The Leafs were 1 and 5. Yeah, shots and goal, like I mentioned, 39-33, and that was not that great. But still a good game. It was not that fun. Matt Murray was, despite losing that game, got that one stupid point, he still did a good job. He had 29 saves. He made those 29 saves, but he had those 33 saves. Had a point percentage of .879, and Andrei Vasilevskiy had 39 saves and had made 36 saves and had a percentage of .923. So he did a better job than Matt Murray. And look, it's just terrible that this team, the Leafs, go into overtime and they completely whiff. They completely stink in overtime. Now instead, it is now at this point for overtime 1 and 6. They won against Dallas in overtime at home, but they lost 6 of the 6 overtime games to San Jose, which is of course an evening game in October. Anaheim, again, 8 o'clock game, but more solely a later game. The Golden Knights, where the Leafs could have ended the Knights' 7-game win streak, but instead, no, actually, yeah, 7-game win streak, and instead get absolutely fucked and let them get their 8th win this season, which shouldn't have to let that happen. The Devils, where you could have ended the Devils' 10-game win streak, and instead you couldn't do daily squats, and you still sucked. You couldn't beat against the Islanders because Eric Schugger was a stupid goose and turned the puck over, so we sucked, and now you can't beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay just ruined my night, and they ruined Mitch Marner's 19-point career. Not 19-point career. 19-point streak. Point streak night. It is unbearable. It's spineless crap. Like, I don't care what to say. And that wasn't pretty fun, was it? Not really. So, their next game is, of course, at 8:30 on Tuesday, where the Leafs take on the Dallas Stars. Oh boy, that is going to be a tough game because the Dallas won 2 of their last 2 games because they're taking on. I'm assuming they beat the St. Louis Blues 4-1 in St. Louis, and I know the Stars shut out the Ducks 5-0. So, of course, this is not official. If they can beat Minnesota, that would be great. Then, of course, they're great. And then, of course, they face Toronto. And I am just nervous as hell. If we can win against Dallas, that'd be great. I want to get 1 or 2. I want to get 2 points. I don't want to get 1 point. Last thing I want to do is get 1 point. So we got to win this game. It is a much-needed win for Toronto. And for God's sakes, not only do you want to start the game on time, please don't get those stupid 1 points because that's not what we want. We want 2, not 1, not 0. All right? So that's good enough by any means. Still game, just a terrible loss by any circumstances.